So really, there's two reasons for making this video. One, I'm making this because it's a response to Sexy Phil's video. Two, because it's Halloween tomorrow and I was actually probably going to make this video anyway. Man, I really need to shave too. Today's video is going to be the top 5 movies that I think are awesome for Halloween. So, here we go. Shit, I forgot to put the date in. Okay, it's October 30th, 2008. It's one day before Halloween and it's a Thursday. I actually want to talk about the runner-up because this is a movie that I thought was a very scary movie. The problem with this movie is it's actually kind of ripping off Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but otherwise still a very fun and refreshing movie. Not to mention the fact that Rob Zombie made this movie, and when it comes to scary, he really does know what scary is. And also, his wife is pretty hot. I think my number 5 choice being Nightmare Before Christmas is a movie that a lot of people can get into anywhere between the ages of like 6 and 60. The brilliance of Tim Burton here is that he used claymation, a style which was rarely seen. Gave it a very slick look and a very newer look. Took a story that could be related to both Christmas and Halloween, and there you are. Not to mention that he goes by a very classic style that is the Disney style, which you're adding a love story, along with comedy elements, along with horror, and of course a lot of musical numbers. My number 4 pick is Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. Now, out of all the movies on this list, this is probably the one that the least amount of people have heard of. But I have to say, to me and my family, this has always been a very classic movie. Now, this is a very rare movie because it has not only the Wolfman, but it also has Frankenstein and Dracula all within the same movie. Not only that, but add in the silliness and fun that is Abbott and Costello movies from the 1930s and 40s, and you have a very fun movie. This is also a gem because you have all the original actors that were from Dracula, the Wolfman, and Frankenstein playing those characters within this movie. Not to mention, on top of that, you take a lot of gags and a lot of great humor that is symbolic with Abbott and Costello movies and is symbolic of that 1930s and 1940s era. There you have it. Number 3 is Psycho. Why Psycho? It's classic. You want to talk about a movie that scared so many people out of taking showers? This is that movie. I mean, think about it. You take the biggest star in the movie and you kill them off, tons of people don't know what to expect. Then you add in the brilliant mind that is Alfred Hitchcock, and you have a very intense movie. Now, it's a very intense movie because it's very slow building, and it continues to build, and it continues to build without really giving you any details of why you're afraid. Because until over halfway through the movie, you have no idea who the killer is. So now you're combining suspense, as well as mystery, as well as horror, and those are huge things that go very well together. Scream, to me, maybe it's just because I came up from this era of late 1990s movies, and maybe it's just because I enjoy this movie a lot, but I'm going to kind of cheat the entire thing and say that I'm going to put Scream at number 2, and here's why. Scream was a very well thought out, very well put together movie. Because it essentially took what the scary movies did, and instead of spoofing the genre, it spoofed it but still made it scary. Now, during the 80s and 90s, we saw countless movies starring Freddy Krueger, starring Jason, starring Michael Myers, and this was definitely one of those type of movies. The difference that it has is that it knows it's one of those type of movies, and that it tells you right off the bat, this is exactly the genre that we're trying to do. Also mix in the Alfred Hitchcock idea that you're going to take the top star of the movie and kill him off at the beginning. Then also take some of the biggest up-and-coming stars and put them as some of the lead actors in the film. Not only that, but give a character like Jamie Kennedy, a character who knows exactly what to do in a horror movie situation. It not only helped to spoof the horror movie genre, but it also helped to give us one of the best thriller movies and one of the best teen slasher movies that there's ever been. This is a really hard list to put together, and let me tell you, there were a lot of movies that I went through that I said they could go on this list. Movies like The Shining, Amityville Horror, Edward Scissorhands, etc. But I had to pick The Exorcist. I just had to. There was something within me that said this is Halloween. If I was going to pick a single movie, I would pick The Exorcist to sit down and watch on Halloween. It takes a very real element of religion, a very fake element of horror, and combines them both. And I don't care how many times I watch this movie, I still am afraid. And I know it's pea soup, and I know that it's all special effects, but I'm still afraid of this certain thing. Maybe it's because within a religious sense of me growing up as a Catholic, there's still a part of me that thinks that this could happen. But also after not being a Catholic for so long, I know that this is all fun and movie magic, but it's still quite scary. So there you have it. There is my top 5 list, also with the runner-up there with Rob Zombie. But it's my top 5 list. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below if you think I totally forgot a movie, or if I didn't mention anything. If you want to mention your top 5, etc. I'm also going to leave a link over in the sidebar to a website that has a bunch of top 5 or top 10 lists for you to check out. And happy Halloween, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow on Halloween, and have a good day.